all of my freedom. My friends are gone, and your dad is tripping. And I'm crying cause I feel so all alone now. Though I'm breaking down, he says I'm gonna make it. So I gotta see this through so I can say that it's a blessing to have you in my life, yeah, yeah. And I think I thought to give you up in hindsight. Now I see you were exactly what I needed. When I needed, when I needed, yeah. Nothing come between us. When it comes down to it, all God we got is us. And I put this on my life, and I swear that I know that I'm so blessed, yeah. It's a blessing to have you in my life. It's a blessing to have you in my life, yeah.
Welcome to Poetic Praise, where we use words to motivate, inspire, and uplift you on this journey that we call life. I'm your hostess, Sister JayJay, and we got a fantastic show for you all tonight. You all was just listening to the wonderful sounds of Lakeisha, and she'll be back later on in the show to dazzle us with her beautiful voice. But first we have our guest poet, Demetrius. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing well, looking lovely.
Thank you.
All right.
You do too.
Well, then I think y'all try. But Demetrius, tell me, how did you get started in poetry?
Well, you said how I get started in poetry. I would like to say I'm not a poet.
Okay.
But started me writing and coming out and standing up and doing the poetry, spoken word, started from events like this.
Okay.
Shows like this, going to Tuesday night verses, going to see Jamil and being inspired by people like Fitz and True Poet. I never wrote, had problems with communicating, so I began writing, and this is just what it came of it. So stuff like this, I really love because it allows people like me to shine and get stuff out and be able to communicate with other people.
Okay. Now you also have a poetry spot that you do every Friday that I really enjoy going to and relaxing and hearing people express themselves. Tell us about that.
Well, I have a poetry spot in Petersburg at the Place, 1847 Crater Road, every Friday night.
All right, sounds great. And the selection that you're going to be doing today is entitled
That Girl.
That Girl.
Every man wants to be with that girl. Y'all know her, that girl. That light-skinned Puerto Rican or that white girl with the nice rear end. Y'all know that girl with the long curly hair that all the men like to play in so they can tell their friends or their men that they girl mixed with a little Indian. Or that girl with the Coke bottle shape with the small waist and the big round backside that cuff right above her thighs. Y'all know, y'all like that. Or maybe the girl with the big boobs. Well, these days, you don't even need big boobs. Just long as they stand up and salute when the captain walks in. So, me, I have to admit, I was hating on this chick a little bit. So, at that point, I decided, you know what, I'm going to get in on some of this action. I couldn't fade my skin, but that Walmart ad with the fade cream almost had me going in. But that long curly hair, yeah, I got that. And those nice small waists with the big booty, yeah, I got that. The nails, the shoes, I did all that too. But after I took another view in the mirror and decided to look at myself, I began to wonder who really is that girl. So that's when I decided, you know what? Forget all that. I'm gonna be just me. Plain OD. Locks. Cause that girl ain't got nothing on me.
When you first did that, when I was at your spot and you first did it, I said, I gotta get out of here. They're doing a strip job. But that is a powerful message. And the women need to hear that you do not have to falsify yourself in order to be that girl. And that poem is so powerful.
Thank you.
It's funny and powerful. But I'm gonna relax my hair. I might get a little weave. I'll probably be half of that girl.
Secretly, every woman wants to be that girl in some man's eyes,
Yeah.
but the poem just kind of went with, you know, you can be that girl no matter what.
Exactly.
And the inspiration for that one came from me working around all men.
Right.
I work in a barber shop. Oh, that's another thing. I do natural hair, y'all.
All right,
And Mr. Boo's, Crater Road.
Okay. Shameless plug.
So they always talking about this girl with the big booty or the nice breasts or something along those lines. Her hair was this way. And it makes girls, young girls, older women, everybody wants to be the one with the attention. So it makes the women want to go out and do those things like bat a fake booty or bat a breast or put the wig on, even though I ain't got nothing against that wig because sometimes this hair just...
I understand, girlfriend. I
But-
understand.
It's nothing against none of that, but don't just do it because you want to be that girl to some man's eyes or anybody's eyes because you want to impress somebody. That's all that was about.
Exactly. And you did a great job with illustrating it and demonstrating it. And I think the most important thing is to be that girl to yourself.
And
Yeah.
that's part of it.
So
And
that's
I-
awesome. Now, when you're not doing, well, you told us when you're not performing, you are working at Mr. Boo's.
Mm-hmm.
And where else can we find you performing?
Performing, you can catch. I go anywhere. I usually will perform at Aurora on Wednesday nights in Richmond. I think that's the Soul Kids Experience.
Yeah, it sure is.
Tuesday night verses for my show on Friday nights at the place. Again, that was 1847 Crater Road in Petersburg. My host is actually Roscoe Burnhams. He's a very good poet out of Richmond. He's usually the host. You really will see me in the background.
Right.
Because like I said, my inspiration was from doing these shows and going to these shows and then start writing myself as a way to express myself.
Well, you have done a wonderful job. You've brought some flavor to this show today. I think I'm a now later, but girl, you brought the Skittles. Demetrius, tell the people how they can contact you.
You can contact me on Facebook. It's Demetria Chavis at Facebook. And Twitter is locksbyd.com. And you can find me at Mr. Boo's and give me a call, 804-605-8819.
Hey, it was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you.
You a cool girl. You all right with me. That's
you.
Demetrius, guys, doing that girl. It was great having her on the show. She definitely tickled me. Our next poet this evening is a fantastic gentleman. I get a thrill every time I hear this man. He's awesome, and not only is he a poet, he's a tad bit of a comedian. Welcome to the stage. Well, it's not a stage. Welcome to the show, Mr. Fitz. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right. Last time you saw me, you put your hand on my head to show everybody I was short.
Here you
now
are.
I'm sitting down.
You getting a little shorter when you sit down. Or should I say taller?
I can't wait for losing.
What's up?
And I'm sitting on something. How you doing,
I'm doing
Fitz?
good. What's going on?
I'm not making too much noise, not making too much loss. Hey, you have a unique style of poetry that everyone who hears it is fascinated by it. What style of poetry would you call what you do?
I don't have a style of poetry. I ain't sure everybody's fascinated by it, but you know,
So
you can
humble.
yeah, really, you can't get a big head about it. Everybody has their own unique thing. You can only be you, and you're the only person in the world who can do it. So everybody has their own unique style, and I'm just me. You know,
Okay.
actually, and you know, I like to tell people that some people have a style of poetry that they want you to hear, but when I do my poetry, I want you to feel it. So maybe
Wow.
that's the difference.
And it is. It is so powerful, so powerful. What motivates you to write?
Mostly because I don't have no job, so I don't do no writing, I don't do no shows, I don't get paid, so.
Okay, that's motivation.
Yeah.
So money is your motivation.
No, money don't motivate me. You know, it's a lot of things I do are just divinely inspired. You know, so you know, God, I'm just, as they say, I'm the vessel. You know, God just used me. These are just the words God gives me. So put them out there.
So what selection are you doing today?
Tonight I'm going to do a poem, and this poem makes me feel like a one-hit wonder because no matter where I go, no matter what I do, people always want to hear this poem. And, you know, of course I wrote it, so I'm glad of that. But if, you know, you listen to anybody talk, you think that's the only poem I ever did in my life. But, you know, actually it's a wonderful selection. It's called Legacy. It's about the paying tribute to the history of our people here in America.
Well, let's hear it.
There's an African proverb which states that if we stand tall, it's because we stand on the backs of those who come before us. So having said that, I'd like to present to you this poem entitled Legacy. See, on the surface, this might seem like any other night. This could be any other stage or any other mic. And you can come as you please, you can leave as you like. Say whatever you want to say, and hey, it's all right. Now, ain't that all right? Yeah, that's all right, but what gives you the right? What gives you the right to be free, to be so free, to be this free? Well, how did you get free when freedom ain't never free? Somebody had to bleed for this. See, somebody washed bathroom toilets and floors for this. Shined shoes and held open doors for this. Worked the cotton fields at $12 a week for this, then kept their mouths shut so that one day I could speak for this. Somebody bled for this. Just look at my skin. Somebody took master to their bed for this. Then threw off the shackles and fled for this. Got water hosed, bit by dogs and hit in the head for this. Somebody's in an unmarked grave somewhere dead for this. Somebody bled for this. Somebody hid in the swamps, but they found her for this. Took 40 lashes, 40, count them for this. Sat down, refused to move from a counter for this. Now, what would they do if they knew we had the counter for this? But ain't no counter for this. Somebody bled for this. Can you imagine blue seas and brown earth turned blood red for this? They chopped off fingers, toes, hands, feet, and legs for this. Took our babies and smashed in heads for this. Somebody else in an unmarked grave right now dead for this. Somebody bled for this. See, they lied their way in, but can't lie their way out. So they screamed, head for the hills, but the rocks cried out. Strange fruits swinging in the breeze till the breeze died out. The ancestors rocked in their graves till the screams died out. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. Somebody bled for this. Somebody stood up to a nation. To a nation. Give us free for this. The brother said by any means necessary for this. Wrote the song, They Don't Know Who We Be for this. Took a bullet on a balcony in Tennessee for this. Somebody bled for this. See, it's been 400 years and still counting for this. My grandma drank from the whites only fountain for this. Came up, still coming up on the rough side of the mountain for this. Now, I done did the math, and what it amounts to is this. On the surface, this might seem like any other night. This could be any other stage or any other mic. But you can come as you please. You can leave as you like. Say whatever you want to say. And hey, it's all right. Now, ain't that all right?
Powerful.
Thank you, Jay.
Powerful. I mean,
You might feel something else powerful. I got to reach under here and get my notes.
See, that's what I'm saying about you.
Did you feel that?
Man, you
All right, what's up, girl?
you
I'm just
come out
playing
so
with you.
powerful, and then you such a comedian, man.
You think so?
See, I was ready to get so deep.
All right, let's get
And
deep
now
now.
look at you. You
I
got me
was-
joking now.
I was ready to get
you know,
deep,
you
too.
took
That's
me
why
there, and now you got me laughing.
All right.
You are all right, brother.
All right, I appreciate it.
You know, to be able to go down history, and not just African American history, but the history of America.
Exactly.
That everyone, I don't care what your culture, your race is, everyone can relate to that poem. Because
Exactly.
it was a group effort in order for us to get where we are now. And you wrap that up in that poem. That's a gift. It's awesome.
Yeah, well, thank you.
It's awesome.
Thank you
It's
very
awesome. And I think poets like you all think you guys need to be heard on an even larger platform. It's such a powerful message. And the younger generations need to be reminded of this.
Right, and that's why I entitled the poem Legacy, because so many of us are comfortable now, especially our youth. They have so many opportunities and so much material things that they tend to get comfortable and forget that somebody paid the way for this, and that, you know, it ain't come free. Somebody had to bleed for you to be able to say, forget you, old man. Somebody bled for that, for you to be able to go to that school or ride around with your music like you wanted. Somebody had to bleed for that. Somebody shed blood for that. So
Yeah.
let's not take that for granted.
Oh yes, real powerful. And you have so many more powerful poems that I really enjoy hearing those things. You are from Petersburg, and tell me, how do you feel about the level of talent that is in Petersburg?
Well, you know, I am from Petersburg, man. And Petersburg, the level of talent is just phenomenal, man. It's a huge untapped market, man. And I want to give props to Demetria, who just left, man. Jamil, True Poet, and my other crew. I'm part of a group called the Poets of Universal Prophecy with the Poet Laureate and Timeless Peace. You know, Spencer Hunter and Kevin Johnson, and we're the Poets of Universal Prophecy. And, you know, we do a lot of things down there. Everybody in Petersburg trying to do something positive, man. The level of talent there is bananas, man.
All right, it was great having you on the show. You are awesome individual.
I mean, it's great to be here, and I appreciate all the effort and hard work. I know a lot of times it goes understated, but the things that you do for the community, and as much work as you put in, as much support.